Hey gorgeous, it's international makeup artist Brooke Price here, and today I wanted to create a video that was a little bit different, and that is basically because I feel like, or my perception is, that these days, in order to look an acceptable way, that's, you know, the way that society tells us that we should look in order to be beautiful, we have to wear makeup in a particular way, we have to apply it in a particular way. And I feel like more often than not, to get the ideal skin, to get, you know, the biggest eyes, to get an amazing pout, whatever it might be, I feel like the perception is that you have to wear a lot of makeup, you know, you have to wear a lot of foundation to get like a doll-faced makeup look. That's absolutely true. You do have to wear a lot of makeup and a lot of foundation in order to have absolutely perfect skin, but I personally feel like that isn't all that beauty is. And something that I really wanted to create today is a makeup look that is simple, that is quick, that is easy, but most importantly is a look that focuses on creating the best of you. Three things I really wanted to focus on are illuminating your skin, making your skin gorgeous so that it's bright and beautiful and juicy. The other thing that I wanted to focus on is making your eyes big, making them pop, but without needing loads of makeup. Something that I really pride myself on as a makeup artist is being very intentional with product. It's not about applying lots of makeup, it's about being really intentional with the products you use, how you use them and where you place them. So this look is going to be really centered around a simple number of products with simple techniques that are going to really give you maximum impact so that you can modernize your makeup, because these days, you know, translucent skin, lighter layers of product are more on trend and are more desirable, and I believe are more comfortable to wear as well. So this is like a win-win situation as far as I'm concerned. So something that I really wanted to start off with is to focus on the skin, to make your eyes as big and bright as possible using, you know, the beauty that you have with a few simple techniques to really enhance, and then to focus on getting a gorgeous juicy lip as well. So let's get stuck in. I'm actually going to start by doing a little bit of skin prep, and simply I'm just going to start with a moisturiser, just because I think in order to get really gorgeous, natural, juicy skin, you need to plump it up as much as possible. So I'm just taking a small pump of the RE9 moisturiser. Now I have used, as you can imagine, 15 years in the game, I've used so many different skincare products, and this is a range that I truly love. So I've just got one pump, which is about a pea-sized amount, on my fingers, and I'm just blending this out. So this is vegan, plant-based, natural products, and this has got an SPF 20 as well, which is super important. So I love building in the sun protection in my skincare. So you can see that's added a little bit of shine to my skin. It's not a greasy product, it's actually very, very light, but it's wonderfully moisturising, so there is a bit of shine there, but I actually really like that. It actually helps really build the luminosity to the skin, and my skin certainly isn't greasy or oily. It just feels brighter and more refreshed. So just with every product, I like to really make sure that it's blended in and that it feels good on the skin. So I'm just really smoothing that out and making sure that I've covered all areas. And I feel like that in itself has made a massive difference. Now, it's no secret that I love Deciem, that I love their photography fluid. I actually have started using this Hylamide photography foundation. Now, this is part of their foundation range, but this actually has no colour to it. You'll see it's actually completely white. White as in the colour of the product looks white, but really it's completely translucent, it's colourless. So I'm just applying this over my skin because this is going to give a really lovely luminosity without any coverage. Because what I really want to focus on, as I said, is getting that gorgeous brightness and a natural glow to the skin. Obviously it's not completely natural because we're using product, but really focusing on enhancing the skin as opposed to covering it and creating a new skin. I'm going to bring that around my eye socket slightly so you can see how much light that is added to my skin here and the luminosity that you get from that, and that's without any coverage. So I often find that properly hydrating your skin and using a luminosity product as your base does a lot of the work for you, because a product like this photography foundation reflects the light. So when you have enlarged pores or you have uneven skin texture or tone, what a light reflective product will do is actually deflect from the inconsistency and create more consistency and luminosity to the skin. So if that makes any sense at all, basically what it's going to do is it's going to distract from any imperfections in the skin and create a really lovely brightness. Now, I am going to create some coverage, and for that I'm going to use the Mercier Secret Camouflage. I adore this concealer, mostly because you can't detect it on the skin. It's really, really natural. It's really, really light. I'm just using a really light fluffy brush to apply this, and as you can see, just by putting that on one side of my face, you can see how much brighter my eyes are. So we've obviously lightened and brightened the skin all over, and the reason I'm now using a concealer is to just add coverage to the areas that I feel need a little bit more. So for me, it's under the eye, it's around the nose. I get a little bit of redness around my nose here, and just blend that out. Now my skin's pretty clear. I appreciate that not everyone has clear skin, but what I would encourage you to do to get this really gorgeous bright luminosity and this sheer base to your foundation, to your skin, is to actually apply the moisturiser, apply the photography fluid, and then use the concealer to add, regardless of how much coverage you need, just use the concealer to apply as much as you need and no more. Otherwise you're just over covering your skin. So you can see just from one side to the other how much of a difference that has made, but you can see the light bouncing off my skin and the glow that you get from that photography fluid. So I'm just going to balance up the other side, and you'll see that I did actually smooth this on my lid. I often do use concealer or an eyeshadow primer on my eyelid because, as you can see, I've got particularly coloured eyelids. A lot of the time people think I'm wearing eyeshadow when I'm not wearing anything at all, just because I've got a natural darkness to my eyelids. So if you're one of those, you can just sweep the concealer over the top and keep it really light because you don't want it to crease. I mean, look at the difference, and look at the luminosity, the light bouncing off my skin. That wasn't there before. So this is really just being super intentional with the products and the amount of product you use and where you apply them to the skin. So I've really literally, for me, gone up to the brow. This can obviously be a dark area. The great thing about this Secret Camouflage concealer is that it's got two colours. So I'm using the lighter one in the areas that are a little bit darker, like in the inner corner here, and in the crease of my nose and under the eye. And then for general areas of the skin, for blemishes, I'd use the slightly darker colour. This concealer palette is the number 3, which is a little bit more olive toned. So the amount of product on my brush is minimal. I needed a little bit of coverage there and here. And other than that, there's nothing. There's no coverage on my forehead. I don't need a highlighter. That fluid has done enough. You can see the light bouncing off my cheekbones, just around here. That's just going to carry on doing its thing. And now I want to move on to eyes. So firstly, I'm going to use a soft brown liner. This is the MakeUp Forever. I love this because it's a lovely soft eyeliner pencil, and It's really comfortable on the eyes. It's also their Aqua XL pencil, so it's got amazing durability and it's highly pigmented. So I'm just going to sweep this finely across my lash line. Now we're talking about, you can see I just need to smooth that concealer there. Now this is obviously all about soft enhancement and really making the best of you without heavy product. So we're going to do what's called tight lining the eye, which is where you get the eyeliner as close to the lash line as you can. So I'm keeping the pencil really close to my lash line on top. I like to do the inner corner here because that adds definition to the eye. And then, as freaky as this might seem, to the waterline underneath your lashes at the top. And again, you can see the difference that has made from one eye to the other. So it's really about framing your eyes. You don't need a lot of product. And I'm just going to balance out the other side. So keeping it really close to the lash line. Make sure you get that inner corner. And I want to use a cream eyeliner. So if you apply this inside the waterline here, at the bottom, it's going to emphasize the white of your eyes so that you get brighter eyes, but also a healthier look. Just be careful not to get it in your lashes. It's not a good look. And I'm just going to go back and remind myself to work under the waterline of my eye here. There we go. Now I'm going to use a coat of mascara. This is the mascara, the Makeup Forever mascara that I'm really enjoying at the moment, which is the Aqua Smokey Extravagant. I am a sucker for a good waterproof mascara, and this is the waterproof because I just find the durability is amazing. And if you know how to remove it properly, which is with a biphasal eye makeup remover, you're all good getting it off. A biphasal eye makeup remover is one of the ones that separates, that kind of seems a little bit more oily, that you shake up. That will always remove a water-based mascara for you. Okay, so I've applied mascara to my top and bottom lashes. Keep the application of your mascara on your bottom lashes really light and fine because we don't want to make your eye seem heavier. What actually emphasising the bottom lashes with a little bit of mascara will do is open your eyes up, especially with that white liner on the inner waterline at the bottom there. This is really about creating bigger and brighter eyes. So that's exactly what we're focusing on here. I'm actually going to finish this off with some gorgeous lashes as well. Now, I'm a big fan of Eldora eyelashes, and these are the 104 style. So I'm going to get these ready, get these measured up and pop these on. So lashes are on. Next, I want to move on to just doing a little bit of a brow groom. I love a good brow gel. So this is the Illamasqua clear gel. So it's just going to tidy up my brows. Up and out is always a really good direction to take. So just comb those through. You can see how much those lashes open up my eyes. And then I really want to double up my lip colour as a cheek stain. Now I find that this look, especially with a light base, just gives a really gorgeous juicy effect again to the skin but also to the lip. So I'm just pressing my colour on here and using my finger to create a stain. And then I want to use that same colour, and for me this is the number 81, it's the the Rouge Cocoa Shine by Chanel. And I'm literally just, you have to be careful not to use too much. Just adding a little bit and then working it out. It seems quite intense to begin with, but if you just really take the time to blend that out, what you can actually do is go back in with your concealer brush and blend the edges out. That's a really great way of getting a natural finish. Or you can use a kabuki brush to just smooth over and blend out. So a kabuki brush is a flat brush like, let's see if I've got one here, this. And this is the, I love this brand of brushes, this is actually the Revolution brush collection by Royal & Langnickel. So you can see how much that's softened out the blush. And what that colour has done is just really put the life into my skin. And it obviously coordinates beautifully with the lip colour because it is the same product. So this is the look, guys. I wanted to share with you something that was going to allow you to feel brighter and more confident in your skin without feeling like you need loads of product or loads of time. This is really a simplified way of being super intentional with those products and using little things here and there that are going to allow you to feel like you've got brighter skin, brighter eyes, you know, that juicy, gorgeous, radiant glow. So I hope that you've enjoyed this look. I hope that this is something that you feel that you can implement to really shear down your makeup and the routine that you're currently in, or to really amp up with a few techniques, ways of enhancing your skin, lips and eyes. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll catch you soon, gorgeous. Bye.